Ladies and germs, welcome back to the Jewel Exchange. Today is the very first homeschool edition, man. So you already know who's on deck, man. Shout out to my brothers. Welcome A1, welcome FU. Clap it up, clap it up. Fuck is shaking, man.
We're shaking. We doing the Brady Bunch edition right now.
Yeah, something different, man. See how this shit goes, man. But we're here for a special occasion, man. We're here strictly to celebrate the release of my brother A1's album and for my next trick, and also to put you up on game for FU's new album, 14KGSCW SLUM Computer Wizard. And by the time you'll be watching this, the album will be out today. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be able to grab the album right after watching this. Word up.
Fire.
Yeah, definitely. It's I'm gonna do the same thing that just makes sense, you know what I mean? If you really support the music, you really support the artist, cop from me, cop from A. When Gems put out an album, cop from Gems, you know what I mean? And then you can listen to it on streaming services later on down the line, you know what I mean?
That's the
No
best
doubt.
way. That's how I did it. You know what I mean? I think that's the best way, the most organic way. And you
No
build like
doubt.
your actual core fan base like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
And you,
definitely. Your
and, and
album
you
got
get to
mad.
and you get to deal directly with your people, you know.
right, exactly.
It
Yeah.
feels
So how?
exclusive.
So hey, how's that been going for you? Because your album is still not on the streaming sites as of
Yeah,
today,
still ain't
right?
on streaming. Nah. Yo, that shit's been going well, man. For real. Like it's like I wasn't. It was like I was surprised, but not surprised at the same time. But like I was getting a lot of love, man. Yeah, a lot of love, man. Because it was the first time I ever did the direct to consumer shit. This is the first
Well
time. I never did
deserved,
it
brother.
before.
Well deserved. The
Uh,
project is phenomenal, G.
well, I
It's
appreciate it,
phenomenal.
man.
And the fans, the people, your supporters, man, they got more. It's a bargain. You know what I'm saying? Because essentially you dropped like a double CD almost, like a double
Yeah,
album. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You gave them the
Oh,
album was 15 songs, but then there's an additional 5 songs as a
yeah.
bonus. That's an
That's like
EP.
a hit EP right there.
Right.
Those are full length
That's
projects in
2020 right there. That's
2024.
like
5 songs.
yeah. I could have life after death that shit. You know what I mean? If I wanted to. You know what I mean? But I was
Indeed. I
like,
mean,
it
is
was kind of
the
like a
physical
last
are
minute
physical
decision.
copies coming?
Yeah, nah, the physical copies is coming for sure, man. And
Fire, fire.
I'm thinking the CDs for sure, but somebody got in my ear about vinyls, and I don't know. I might go that route too. I don't know yet, but the
I
CDs
think you
people are
should. I
definitely
think you
asking.
should,
More
man. A
people are
double
asking.
a double vinyl.
Double vinyl's hard. That's hard.
I think it's as good because you built the anticipation for it. You know what I mean? Because people were asking about when's A dropping, and then A started like he dropped one video, right? He dropped Copacetic first, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, this is what A's dropping next, yeah. And then he dropped another one, so like he built it up so much that people when it finally came out, and it lived up to expectations, man. The album's fire, bro.
Undoubtedly.
I'm glad it
Undoubtedly.
did because I made them wait so long. I'd have been sick to my stomach if they was like, yo, I waited for this. Like if it was, you know what I mean? Like if it was underwhelming. Like I'm glad it wasn't. You know what I mean? And I've been getting
Nice.
such good reviews. I'm starting to think people are just lying to me now at this point. Like the way I've been reading and people telling me like, yo, this is this and that. And I'm like, it's just humbling, son. You know what I mean? Because
Nah, it's a
I
gem,
always
son.
wanted
The
to ask the
project, the
album was
project
good,
is
but
flawless, man. And it's flawless and it's cohesive, man. Like
Right.
it look, you know what I'm saying? It seems like you just captured that piece of time. And how long would you say you worked on the album for?
yo, son, nobody even knows this, man. Half that album is from 2021.
Oh
Mm.
wow.
At least
So
half that
so a
album is
couple
from
years.
2021. Word. At least half of that shit. Word.
Yeah,
I
man.
think
The
some of the
album.
joints. I think some of the joints in the bonus cuts. I think that shit is more recent than some of the joints that's on the actual album and shit.
Yeah,
Word.
but you it seems like you stuck to your guns though, man. You had a vision for what
I'm
you
glad
wanted
I
your
did.
album to be, what joints you wanted on there, and you didn't budge from that until you got everything
Right.
compiled the way you wanted it, man. Congratulations for that.
And
Hey,
that's
word up.
another like that was another new approach I took too, because usually back my younger self, I'm just dropping as soon as I record something, I drop it like type shit. That's how I always was. This is the first time I held on to something, and
Right.
it worked out. You know what I mean?
And me and James, man, we were on you like, son, when you
Yeah,
dropping,
yeah,
bro.
that's a
When
fact.
cause you would let us hear shit here and there. We're like, son, Stop holding on, yo. The world's got to hear this shit. But
Word
I'm
up,
glad you
word
did
up.
it the way you did it because it built up so much anticipation, and it's like I said, it's worth it, man.
It's too
Yeah,
good to tuck, man. It's too good to keep on the shelf for too long. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
have to drop it.
but everything happens at the right time, man. And I strongly believe that, man. And certainly, this one came right on time because the people need this, man. They need to hear what New York actually sounds like. You understand?
Yeah,
From real born and raised New Yorkers that are not only tried and true experienced, but also high level skill. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times what you get is, yo, we need a New York anthem, and you'll get like
straight, straight.
it's the skill ain't there. The skill ain't there. You know what I mean? And what you got on your album is front to back skill. And I want to point something out too, man. A lot of people, there's a balance on the album, right? Of intricate wordplay and also a tone that's more relaxed. It's palatable. It's easy for you to kind of sink into every song. It pulls you right in, but at the same time, it doesn't sacrifice the intricacy of the wordplay and the sneaky, you know what I'm saying, the layers and all that. And that's something that I feel like a lot of people can't do. You know what I mean? And it's either they either easy listening and simple, you know what I'm saying? Or and
Without the
they
skill.
lean on that so they don't have to work harder to be intricate, you know what I mean? But you delivered that effortlessly, brother. Word up.
Yeah, I think that the balance is important and shit like that. You know what I mean? The balance is definitely important because I could do both. I could do one way all the way or the other way all the way. You know what I mean? Like you said, the easy going shit. I could do that 100%. I could do the other shit, the intricate wordplay and fucking get mechanical all day throughout the whole. But you lose people too like that. You know what I mean? So that balance is important for sure. You know what I mean?
And in truth, those all of those different styles and different expressions are all pieces of you. So it's
Yeah,
it's not like you're just one way. As I can speak for myself, I know that for sure. You know what I mean? That's why there's every album I do, even if it's a conceptual album, you take something like Eulogy for the Devil, the joint I just dropped. I look at that like a conceptual album. I had a vision how
yeah,
all the songs interlocked with each other and how they played into each other. But even within those parameters, you can have different expressions. You know what I'm saying? With the whole thing still bringing home, you know what I mean, that solidified message. And I feel like you've done that for sure, brother, for sure, man. Let's talk about, let me ask you first, man. What's your favorite joint? I know that's a difficult question to ask any dude about his album, man. Well, let me
What?
ask F you first. What's your favorite joint off the A project?
It was I had put it in a message, but I forget the title and shit. It's the one that I put in your messages, in your
Um,
comments.
as I look
Oh,
back.
that one.
Yeah, and that's a bonus joint, right? That's
Nah,
not.
nah, that's not a bonus joint.
Oh, that's because the thing is,
Yeah,
me and Gems got the album
Wait. So
Special
tell me.
Edition, but
So tell us.
that's my jam right there.
Tell us again, F. What was your favorite joint of the album?
Yo, hey, what was it called?
as I look back.
As I look back, why you?
I gave him a reset and he fucked it up again.
Nah, because I didn't even let A finish because I knew that was the one and shit.
But yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna give you one more chance.
Uh huh.
F. What was your favorite album off Ace Project?
My favorite album off Ace Project was As I Lay Back. As I look back, as I look back.
Okay, bet. Somehow we'll figure that shit out right there. You know what I'm saying? That
Good.
answer right there. That's a hard joint. I love that joint too, man. I got for mine. I'll tell you mine, and you can share. You know what I'm saying? If you have one, because usually it's all of them, right? For some people, but I think for mine, Bento Box is one of them for sure. You know what I mean? I fuck with Bento Box hard body, and God Made You. God Made You was like a sleeper for me. Kind of, you know what I mean? Kind of. I'm like, oh shit, this is different. This seems different coming from A. This is like a different clip coming from A. You know what I mean? And but you bodied it. It works. It works out perfect, man.
Yo, and Tim Duncan too. Your verse on Tim Duncan, stupid, bro. Like that shit blew me away, son. That verse,
I appreciate
I
it.
think as soon as you said that,
Word.
I was like, bro, come on, son. You fucking blew me away with this shit.
Yeah, shout out to Mayhem too. Mayhem did his thing on that too, man.
Absolutely.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
That's
absolutely,
a banger right there.
absolutely. Not everyone can hold their
Certified.
own with Mayhem, man. I think I think people would agree. Sometimes people are on songs with Mayhem and they can't hold their own, but
Yo, he's one of
Mayhem
the
goes
most
beyond.
consistent. Like I swear to God, son. Like,
And he also
yeah,
and
yo,
he was
listen to
popping
all
his
his shit.
shit on that
Yeah,
verse right there for
yo,
sure. He went in.
listen to his music. It sounds like he wrote every song like in the same fucking room, son. Like that's how consistent he is, bro. Like he
Yeah,
was just
no
in his
doubt.
home the whole time, son.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
yeah,
Shout
that's
out to May, man. One of the illest for sure. That's my
What's your
guy,
favorite,
man.
eh? What's your favorite song, eh?
Word.
damn, son. I don't know. It changes, bro. It fucking changes, bro. And you know what's crazy is that like people tell me the same thing that they favorite joint changes, and not only that, a lot of people tell me different songs is they favorite. It ain't the same one or two. You know what I mean? That's how I know the album all around. You know what I mean? Is a good project, a solid project. Cause I got mad people telling me, yo, this is my favorite joint. Oh, this one's my favorite joint. That one, you know what I mean? I'm like, wow, son, that's what's up. Cause it'll be a damn shame. I gave y'all 20 joints and y'all telling me track one is the fucking best one. And I gave y'all fucking 20. You know?
Interestingly enough, man, just to build on that, like your track one, another thing that I love about the album too, and just the experience of listening to it from track one, all the way through, is that it starts off with two giant songs, man, like Dead End and then Copacetic back to
Yeah.
back. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? That's a high bar to start an album off with. I think I expressed this to you on the phone.
yeah.
A lot of artists would have saved those. They would
That
have
shit at
built
the
the
end.
album up to those tracks. You know what I'm saying? Later on on the track list. But I think it was dope that you set it off with those. You know what I mean? Because and then it gets better, which is the crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like the album gets better. You start with such a heavy hitter, man. That was a good
Yo,
choice. The
yo, the
whole
track
track
list.
listing, the placement of it, period, is
Yo,
fucking
bro,
perfect.
the order of the track list, that shit was one thought. I didn't think too deep into it, bro. I literally
Yeah.
that all of the songs that I got and I typed the order in one go, one shot, bro.
He was
Right.
And
like,
that
this
was
is
it.
what it
I
is.
didn't change it or nothing after that. Like I didn't even listen to every joint. Like yo, this should go here. Like it was just all in my mind. Like I know each vibe, so I was like, and you know how I like to treat a project like if it's that many songs, like a fucking year with seasons. Like I feel like the second half of the album feels more fall and wintry and shit, and then the first half is like the summer bangers and shit like that. Yeah, yeah. So that's how I did it. Yeah.
Keeping them supplied for the entirety of the year. You know what I'm saying? Different.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Like fits. Now, these are the boots over here. Beginning of the album, we
yeah,
got
yeah.
kicks. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, facts, facts.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so it changes, you say, right? And yo, and it could change for me too, man. Because I was just thinking, Sheila E is another one. Cause there's some balls on Sheila E that's stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's my shit too, man. That's my
Fiends
shit.
trading, Fiends trading food stamps for a gram of stamped food. That's
Word,
a that's a nasty line, man. That's a harsh reality right there.
word.
The
That
album,
we've
the
all
album's
all
very
seen.
is the album feels very Queens to me. You know what I mean? Like that.
Hundred
This you
percent.
hear this shit, you're like, oh, this whole album together. This is driving through Queens right here. You know what I mean?
Yo, word up.
Hundo.
Yo, when I did the Sheila E shit, like a lot of that, I think when I wrote that shit, I might have been like something Boulevard vibes. Like that's probably why I even wrote that line. But like it was around that time. Facts. Yeah, yeah. The whole shit is Queens for sure, man. Like I
Yeah,
think I could live in Alaska for 7 years and I still come out with a Queens.
100%. I tell you, listen, I've been out here in this desert for going on 6 years
Word,
now.
and you
You
still
know what I'm
pumping
saying?
that? You know what I mean, New York
Nothing
flavor.
has
You know what I mean?
changed
Word up.
internally. The only thing that has changed is my geographic location. You know what I mean?
Word up.
Um, yeah, yeah, man. That shit don't leave you, man. New York is a special place, man. If you were born and raised in New York City, you are a different kind of human being,
It's
son. You know what I'm
embedded.
saying?
And anywhere you go, you're gonna affect other people.
For
That's
sure, man.
that's just how it goes, man.
For sure. Yo, so we getting some wax, eh?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah. Possibly the wax, but the CDs for sure.
CDs for sure. And
CD.
any projected date for when you might let the streaming services start to sink their fucking
I
disgusting
know, man.
claws into this beautiful piece
The
of art?
vampire
Yo,
teeth.
that's how I feel right now. Like I got a baby. This is my baby, and like the doctors is like, yo, nah, let me like pumping the vaccines. Like, yo, I want to be able to take this backseat, take this back. Like, yeah, I'm like, nah, I don't want to let y'all go. Yeah, I don't want to let this baby
Right.
go yet. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I hear
oh,
you,
I
man.
don't know, maybe like a few months or something like that. You know what I mean?
No
But
Yeah,
doubt.
at the
let me
same
live.
time, I do want people to stumble across my shit. They're not gonna stumble across it with it being in my email, ready to send it to them.
Right.
Like, it's
Right.
impossible. You know what I mean? So I gotta have it on streaming for sure. You know what I mean? I'm surprised
Yeah,
no one
man.
bootlegged it yet.
What's
Maybe I
that?
don't know. I didn't see it. I'm surprised no one bootlegged it yet, but I don't know. I ain't peep.
Yeah, no. That's just what happens when you got good people following you and good people supporting you. You know what I'm saying? They just all individually supporting. You know, your real people ain't gonna bootleg your shit. You know what I'm saying? It's usually the people, you know what I mean, that don't fuck with you. You know what I mean? They just look at your shit as content. You know what I mean? It's
Right,
like,
Right,
let me
right.
just put this shit on my channel.
Well, I
And
feel
there's a
like the
bunch of
people.
that going on YouTube, man. Not to go on a tangent real quick before we get into F's new project, man. But you know, the bootlegging shit on YouTube is interesting now because artists are struggling to get their own music taken down from these YouTube pages. You know what I'm saying? There's certain little nooks and crannies, the loopholes I see. And it's so crazy right now that there are channels, right? Shout out to Pocket the Plug, right?
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
is
Shout.
a YouTube channel that essentially he asks you know what I'm saying? Can I do this? You know what I'm saying? And he's got a reach. I believe that he did not start out that way though. I think he started off just grabbing shit.
Yeah,
You know
there's
what I
no way
mean?
he started off 0 followers and asking people, yo, can I fucking, you know what I mean, bootleg your shit?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
You know what I mean? He worked his way up to that shit. But that's what, a bootlegger's a bootlegger. So you're going to
Right.
start off that way, you know what I mean? Just basically stealing, son. You know what I mean?
It's an interesting thing, man. It could be looked at in comparison to some of these blogs. You know what I'm saying? Like some of
Can't
these
get past it,
blogs
man.
are doing the same exact thing though, but they're celebrated because they're attached to different labels of A&Rs and different shit like that. So you would willingly give them your shit,
Yeah,
please. You know what I mean? So people can
Right.
hear it. But this other kid comes and goes, "Yo, I do got a following." You know what I mean? But he's just a bootlegger. You know,
like, yeah.
circumstance and perception is ill, man. But yo,
I
hey,
think
once
right
again,
now with A's album, the people who fuck with him, they feel like they have something exclusive. You know what I'm saying? That not everybody has. So I don't think
as
they're
they
gonna
should.
bootleg it and shit. Hopefully that doesn't change. And more people get yo, let me hear it. Like, nah, you got to go to A. You got to get it from A. But that's what I feel like the majority of your supporters right now. They feel like they have something special in their possession. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
had people hit me. I had somebody hit me who, like, his closest friend bought the album. He could have easily got it from him, you know what I mean? But then he hit me and said, "Yo, I want to buy it," you know what I mean? Like,
Right, right. That's what's up.
so that's love, you know what I mean? They could have shared that shit.
Yeah, text me that. You know,
Word.
that shows no, but that
Please drop
shows
that.
that people do care about the art. You know, we cannot behave like we are in a dire time for music right now. You know what I mean? And what's happening to artists with streaming and the amount of pennies that we're receiving. You know what I'm saying? And just just the whole setup of it's dire when you think about it. So doing it this way, a couple projects ago, I swore, I remember telling you, yo, this is the only way I'm ever doing my shit. There was a time when I said, I'm never even putting my shit back on streaming services. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Remember that?
tried to rebel against that as much as possible, but it's a rock and a hard place, no? You
Yeah.
know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And something has to give. So I would encourage, I respect what you did, A, and I applaud that it worked out for you. That's amazing, brother. And I would encourage other artists to follow in those footsteps. You know what I'm saying? Many artists have done it. We didn't invent the wheel here. You know what I'm saying? But this is the most beneficial way at this point. Um, yeah, hey, once again, man, congratulations on the project, brother. Shout out to
Congratulations,
everybody
bro.
that's a part of it, man. Shout out to Mayhem. Shout out to Skrilla. Shout out to Jock, man. Shout out to all the producers. You know what I'm saying?
True
Who did
Cypher,
I?
Goods, Pale Tongue, you know what I mean? Golden Child. Yo, Sacagawea. A lot of people was fucking with Sacagawea, you heard?
That's a hard
A
song,
lot of
man.
fucking with that. They want to see a visual. Somebody hit me and said they want to see a video for that. Word.
Yeah,
That's a hard
I
song.
need to take a quick flight, man, to Queens real quick, and let's get some visuals for that for sure. That's a beautiful song, man. Everybody went
Yo,
in on that, and
that
in
song is a
their
painting.
own
Like
distinct way,
I see that song as a painting. Like I don't see it no other way, but that shit is a painting, son. Like that song. Word.
no
That
doubt.
song is very homeschool. It's very the three of us. You know what I'm saying? It's like our three verses, they fit, but they're very much individually ours and
It's
shit. You know
mad
what I'm
little
saying?
complexity
Indeed,
to that.
F, you hit it on the nose with that, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Solus, man. Solus just texted me earlier, man. Shout me out for that verse right there. Peace to
Yeah,
Solus,
shout
man.
out to Solus, man. He showed a lot of love towards the album. Word. And he been
Yeah,
in
that's what's
contact
up,
with me.
man.
We chopping it up and shit. And yeah, he's actually the one that told me I should do the vinyls. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely, and we want to see more visuals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a project this extensive. You know what I mean? This is like four projects in one. You know, and just
yeah,
to circle back to Solus real quick to the homie, he dropped a 3-song project. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Three
yeah. No, I'm
songs,
a fan
short,
of those.
concise, all interlocking with each other, working perfectly. I feel like, yo, man, whether it's 2 songs, 3 songs, 5 songs, or 20, like my bro just dropped, you know what I mean? That cohesion is really what you're looking for, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
makes sense.
You're looking
Yeah,
for that glue, that element that brings it all together. You know, because a 3-track song could feel, like a
yeah.
20 track song.
That
And a
shit could just
20
move.
track song could fly by,
Yeah.
and listen to so easy like it's just 3 songs. So
Right, right, right.
yeah, man, for sure. Shout out to both of y'all, man. Incredible projects, and thank you for having me on Soccer Jawea, man. I'm glad I got to get that one off. Word,
No doubt. Appreciate y'all for that.
no doubt, no doubt, man. Well, let's build with this brother right here, FU, man, and talk about this top secret project that he got coming out. He seemingly doesn't even want to tell anyone about it.
Yo, you guys and No Hawkeye, who mixed and mastered it. Shout out to No Hawkeye. You guys are the only ones who's heard the entire album. Who's heard all the only ones. The producers and the people who are featured on it have heard their individual songs, but you guys are the only ones that's heard the whole album. And I don't know. I'm just keeping it like close to the chest. I don't know. I don't know what it is about this album. It's special to me. I told you a long time ago I had this idea to make an album called 14 Karat SLUM Computer Wizard.
Yo, F, I remember you telling me that shit years ago, son.
Indeed, son, and for
I
many,
wanted I
many
wanted to
moons,
make it
man.
right. I wanted to make it right and drop it at the right time, and now felt like the right time because me and you, James, were talking about it. Like I'm at a place in my life and in my career where like I'm only making music for me and my peoples. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I want everyone to hear it. I want everyone to enjoy the vision and like it. But if you don't like it, that's fine. You know what I mean? I made it for me because I had to get it out. You know what I'm saying? It was inside and I had
Indeed.
to get it out. And I have some tracks on there that are a little personal, um, that I haven't really delved into before. And then I have some tracks in there just having fun. You know what I mean? I
I
have a
think,
track.
off my first listen, right? I wanna get a little more about behind the title and all that and why you chose that. You know what I mean? But I do just want to off the bat say, upon my first listen to it, this seems like you went a bit more deeper and personal than ever before in
Okay.
certain moments of this album. Like this shit is very personal, son, and very, heart wrenching, man. Like there's some real serious music on this album, man. Some real deep expressions, and not that you haven't done that before, but this one feels different, son. This one feels like wow, like so when you say yo, I had to get that out. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand completely, especially in regards to one specific track. I don't want to give away too much or really, put too much out there because people are going to be listening to it today. You know what I'm saying? And
Hopefully.
enjoying it. But
Hopefully, but we can get into it though. I mean, it's not like I want to keep it a secret or anything.
is
You know what I'm
is the
saying?
title of that track "Hard Times"?
Hard times make hard men.
Hard times make hard men.
That track, like literally that,
That's a
and
painful song, brother.
That track and a few other tracks were literally written in my studio with my daughter crawling around on the carpet, playing with her toys, like while I'm listening to beats and writing, and she's looking up to me, goo goo gaga and shit. And it's like, that's why that type of song poured out. You know what I mean? It's a real personal song about just struggles, early struggles in life, and how I feel my family viewed me. You know what I mean? My family meaning like my parents and my aunts and uncles and my relatives and shit like that. Because I'm not a perfect man. I fucked up in life, uh, and how my seeds will view me in the future. You know what I mean? And how I'm trying to do the best for them. So all that stuff just spilled out, man. And a lot of those songs were written in the same fashion, just in my studio, putting beats on, and the baby just crawling around, and I'm chasing after her, and I'm writing a verse, and I'm going up to throw the garbage out and walk the dog, come back down, keep writing and shit, and uh, yeah. So that's why I went a little. In some spots, I went a little bit more personal.
For
Thoughts
sure.
about wanting to leave New York and fucking move somewhere else and start new. You know what I mean? All that shit just started to come into my mind, I guess, because where I am in my life.
I've heard the album, but I just got the album. You just sent me the entire album.
That's
There's
a
a
fact.
couple songs that I got early. You know what I mean? One or two other ones that I got a little earlier. Um, but Hard Times Make Hard Men, that's my favorite song. So that's a special song,
Thank you, man.
undoubtedly, man. That's and the kind of music that I'm drawn to the most these days. You know what I'm saying? The music that kind of, not kind of, but the music that brings my pain to the surface as well immediately, and gets me to reflect. You know what I'm saying? I find that that's the most beneficial to me at this point. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Those are the
Um,
bleed out joints, man. You
the
just gotta
bleed the bleed
bleed.
out
You know what I
joints,
mean? You gotta bleed a little bit. You know what I mean?
Listen, man.
indeed.
I'm not afraid to say that. Not writing the song, right? Writing the song was therapeutic, but recording the song was tough. Uh, Choking up, son. I was choking up in the booth, man. I'm
Shit
not
is
afraid
real,
to
man.
say it. I really was while recording that song. And that's when I had to get shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
And
That shit makes it better though. You heard? Shit like
it's
that makes
it's real.
it better.
It's real. There was no phony shit on there.
Who
And then
produced
also
that
I
shit?
was writing it
I'll take
during
him. One
uh
second, 1 second, F. 1 second.
yeah, yeah.
Take
It
this
was
fucking
like
guy, please. He's fucking squeaking the toy. You know what I mean?
I was writing it during like Men's Mental Health Week or whatever the fuck. They give us like a day and shit for men's mental health. You know what
Hey,
I'm saying? But I was writing it during that time as well, and it made me think about shit. Like, yeah, sometimes I do fucking feel like shit, but our job, I feel, is to show strength. You know what I mean? So before I walk through that door, I make sure whatever the fuck I'm going through at work, or with this music shit, or with fucking whoever, I leave that shit at the door because I walk through the door to pure love, and I don't
Yeah,
want to fuck that up. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
right.
I'm very happy with that. Like we were talking, I
That's
feel like I
fire.
won the
That's the
lottery. I
illest
feel
jewel
wealthy.
right now that you just said. That was the illest jewel right now. Word. Can't make it.
undoubtedly, man. Yeah, me and F were having a conversation on the jack yesterday, man, building on that, and it's just that reflection. If you can't get to that reflection when you are surrounded by love, you know what I mean? Then you are in a, I wouldn't say you're lost, but I'm saying you are certainly taking life for granted. You know what I mean? If you can't recognize what the true wealth of this whole experience is, what the actual riches are, you know what I mean? Well said, F. Well said, man.
But
The
yeah,
song reflects that, and that line. There's a line, you said they give us a day, right? We get a day, but you build on that in the song, and that line, this is because like in the, Italian people say because it's true. You know what I'm saying? When something falls or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like you hear the line, and it's like that shit hit me too immediately, son. It's like as soon as you hear it, you know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, because your subconscious, that's me too. You know what I mean? You
right.
know that, like that's me. You know what I mean? And it's big, man. It's big. Check on your strong friends, I believe is what you said. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, definitely.
Very, very important, man.
Yeah, ignore your weak friends. Always ignore them.
No weak friends. Hashtag A1. No weak friends.
Weak friends on red.
Damn, son.
That's
Fuck,
hard.
nah.
That's a fire title right there. Weak friends on red.
Don't do that to none of your friends, man. And you know, ultimately, your friends, if they're truly your friends, you know, they're only as weak as you are. You know what I'm saying?
Word,
You're only
word.
gonna see weakness in them if you're weak. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I mean, yo, there's there's a few joints, right? On the project. Pastoral Drums. Is that the official title? Or is that another is that a
I got no.
working
I gotta give.
title?
I gotta give a shout to the homie Mike Martinez, man. He said the beat. I named the beat Pastoral Drums because that's what it reminded me of. But the song's called Humdinger. It's with me and homeboy Sandman,
Okay,
and that's
bet.
one. That's one we were just having fun, man. Just having fun. Even though I did talk a little bit about wanting to like get out of New York and fucking move down south and shit, but you know I was just fucking around on that.
Yeah, but not exactly though, man.
Not
Not
yeah, I
not
guess not.
not
I guess
completely, man. Because
Did
there's
not
some depth in
speak.
that song in both of your verses, in your
very
verse and in
true.
Sandman's verse. There's some real introspective sections and elements in them verses, man. And then the beat accentuates that tremendously. You know what I mean? It brings that out all the way. Word.
I guess it's like I'm trying to speak fucking speak my truth, but it comes out with brevity. You know what I mean? It comes out with a little bit of laughter. I got a line on there where I say I'd rather listen to Black Hole Sun than some asshole son talk about he used to bag jums. And like that nowadays, that's true, man. I drive around in the truck and I find myself listening to fucking old fucking rock and roll more than new hip hop and shit. You know what I mean?
That
Yeah,
was one of my
exactly.
favorite parts of the verse. I'm like, yo, that's hard right there. You know what I'm saying? Me too. Me too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, for
So
sure, man. For sure.
Yo, Pepsi
Yeah. Oh,
Challenge. Is that the title?
the Pepsi
Pepsi
challenge, yeah,
Pepsi
that's
challenge is my is that after you see hard times make hard men. That's it. It's so the substance of the song is so heavy. You know what I'm saying? And the content is so real. Um, that it has to be to me the illest song for me. You know what I mean? But Pepsi challenge is probably like the funkiest. That's the most fun one for me.
that's fun. Yeah,
Like that one, as soon as it comes on, you just like, you know what I mean? It's off to the races. You know what I mean?
um, the Pepsi challenge, man, it's ill. That's Wavy the God who made that beat,
Peace to
but
Wavy to God. He bodied that.
That was
yo,
yeah.
Wavy. Let me tell you, he didn't only body that. He made me that beat on the spot while I'm sitting there. Like I went to his apartment, I was drinking coffee and shit, and we're talking about. Oh, and he was like, "Yo, can you get me a Coke? You buy me a Coke from the store because I was at the store getting coffee." I'm like, "You need anything?" And I brought him a Pepsi. He was like, "I prefer Coke." I'm like, "Son, you whack, son. Pepsi's the fucking winner, B." So from that, we started looking at shit online and shit. He grabbed this, grabbed that, made sounds like, "You like this? Yeah, boom. You like these drums? For sure, boom." I started right. I wrote that verse on the spot. I recorded that verse on the spot. That whole
Y'all
shit was
killed that,
done.
man. Y'all
Fire,
both killed
fire.
that.
That
That
whole
that
shit was done in a couple hours, and it was mad fun, man. We're just there building. He has a little girl as well. She's a little older. So we were talking
God
about,
bless.
talking about being fathers and just talking about, living in New York and shit like that, and our experiences with music. And I'm just writing and spitting, and yeah, that shit was very fun to make. And then I came up with the idea to call it the Pepsi Challenge, and then we looked online for those Pepsi Challenge samples. I'm like, yo, you remember those commercials? You know what I'm saying? Where they would tell them
Yo,
taking the
let
Pepsi
me tell you
Challenge.
something, man. When I was a little kid, I don't know how old I was, maybe fucking 7 or something like that. I think I was in Canada, bro, and I did the Pepsi challenge, bro, right? And I won, son. And guess how I won, bro? Yo, my brother, my cousins, they all lost. They all lost. They all picked the wrong shit. I picked Pepsi. Why? I picked the weaker one, bro. I like Coke more. I'm not a
Oh,
soda
how
guy,
dare you?
but Coke tastes better, brother.
Are you telling us
That's
right
how I
now that
won.
you're
Yo, that's how I
Canadian?
won. Yo,
Are
I
you telling
drank
us that
both.
you're
He
Canadian
slipped
and you
that shit
prefer
by.
Coke?
Yo, he slipped that shit by
You saw
so.
that, right? He's like, yo, I
Yeah, I
was
was
just
like,
born,
wait,
but
you
I
were
was in
where?
Canada though.
When
But
was
I
you
just
in
been born,
Canada,
and then
son?
son, you for Canadian, bro. Yo,
Yo, son,
dual exchange exclusive.
I drank both, and I was like, yo, that second one was not it. So I was like, that's Pepsi. And they were like, oh shit, you got it.
Listen, I'm about to exclude right now, real exclusive, right? The title of our song, um, is called "If the Maury Fits," which is a take on "If the Shoe Fits," because I wanted. It was around the time where like people were beefing online and throwing rap jabs at each other and shit. Never to us, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, what if somebody did? Like, what if somebody lost their mind and said something about one of us and shit? You know what I mean? So I started writing like a diss record to fucking anybody. You know what I'm saying? So if the shoe fits, you know what I'm saying? If the Maury fits, wear it.
More fits.
That's
Oh,
hold on. That's the joint. What joint is that? That's the joint.
That's fair fight.
That's Fair Fight. All right,
Yeah.
bet. Okay. Okay, yeah. See, I knew these titles that was in this
yo, every
folder
joint got
wasn't.
an alternate title, bro.
I
Like,
got I got the fucking exclusive album. You know what I'm saying? It comes with no artwork, no
Y'all got the real exclusive and shit. The real, and then I sent A different album titles. I ain't even tell you. I sent him different alternate titles.
yeah. That'll
I got
be
the
ill if
master.
you just imagine you going direct to customer, right? And you just everybody you send it, it's a completely different fucking track list.
I am. It's a build your own album and shit. Make it your own. It's not in any order. No numbers on the
That
tracks.
shit
Just
is
make
on
it your
shuffle.
own.
Yo, those are different producers on the album, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was also
Yo,
gonna
cause
say
at your
this
last
might be.
project, I think you worked with one producer for like every, like your last three at least. No,
I've only done. I've only
Respectfully,
done. I've only done this twice. Um, I dropped an album called Money House Blessing in 2021 with different producers, and then this one, and it might be the last time I do it. It might
word.
be, yeah, it might be the last time I do it. I like to focus on the music, you know what I mean, and I just want to write and
Oh, I
let
feel you. Yeah, yeah.
let
Make it
somebody
easier
else
for you. You
focus
know what
on
I
the
mean?
other
Like
shit.
yo,
You know what I
here,
mean?
here, like here's the menu type shit. Yeah, yeah. And you
Right.
just
When you do it this way, both you guys know, you know what I mean, and people who do it this way know, at least in our way, we have to have control of everything. So we have to also look over everything. You know
yeah.
what I'm
It is
saying?
easier to control everything when you work with one producer. So that's a fact.
I just wanna write and I just wanna put shit out. And I'm not sure though. You know what I mean? I say that, and then in a few years I might do this shit again. But I feel like I'm getting towards the end of what I want to say to people through this rap medium. Uh, I think I want to lean more towards like writing and maybe a podcast myself or something like that. I do have other projects that I'm working on with producers, but yeah, this might be the last time I put it this way. But everybody who contributed, don't get it wrong. I want to thank them. You know what I mean? Because obviously they saw something in me that they wanted to work with. You know what I mean? So everybody who's on the album, you guys, Sandman, either Mad Assassin. I got a track with homie GS Advance and Just P on it. GS produced one of the songs. Golden Child always, Golden Child always been hitting us up, and hitting me up with beats and shit forever. Um,
yo, and I wanted to say too, man, to add on to that, son. The project does kind of sound like it could have been done by one producer. Like
yeah.
it does have like a continuity to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like
that goes back to
sonically.
what you said before with the cohesiveness. Like you know what I mean? That's why to me, like
That's
it
just
don't
great
really
beat
matter.
selection, man.
Yeah, as long as it's cohesive, like it don't matter if you worked with a fucking one producer or like 13, man. Really.
No
I guess I
doubt.
was drawn to a certain type of sound on this one. You know what I mean? Like I said, Wavy, he made the beat on the spot, and I loved it. The homie Sherman makes beats. He sent me some beats, and he knew, like, he's like, yo, these beats are for you. Like, I know you'll fuck with these beats, and the one I chose for Slow Burn. Um, I guess I was just drawn to a certain type of beat, and then the homie Simon Hampton, who did Hard Times Make Hard Men, he sent me a bunch that sounded dope, but this one spoke to me in that way. Like I wanted to go down that route for this one.
No doubt. No doubt.
But yeah,
Yo,
man,
and
yo, I got vinyl. If anybody wants to pre-order the vinyl, it's coming. It's already ordered. Um, again, that's something that I feel like I want people to have something tangible. You know what I mean? And vinyls is the way to go. I might do cassettes. I don't think I'm gonna do CDs. Um I feel like CDs are fading out right now. They might make a comeback, but right now I think the thing to hold on to is the vinyl. So if anybody wants to order the vinyl, hit me up directly because I'm working with the manufacturers myself. So
Fire. That's fire.
They want the album from A1 today. How do they get it, eh?
DM, email. I mean, usually through the DM, you know what I mean? Instagram and shit like that. Yo, I made it a thing. Like, that was like one of my promotional joints, like my market. Yo, every time somebody sent me something, I try my best to send it within the same minute. And I screenshot it and I post it in the stories. Like, yo, you got it in the same fucking minute. Some guy hit me in French. I answered back in French. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, like, this is like,
I'm working.
yeah,
yo, the grind.
service is high quality over here, man.
Yeah,
Top
yeah.
shelf.
We don't need no middleman. Yo, go grab that project, man. If you have been feeling like I've been feeling and been waiting for A1 for 17 years to drop this project, man,
I
it's
started
here
this when I
and
was
it's
7 years
amazing.
old, you heard? I started writing this when I was 7, man.
In Canada.
It's
In Canada.
yo, it's crazy. I did say I was 7 when I said I did the Pepsi challenge.
I
Yeah.
knew it. I knew it.
Yo, what's up with that t-shirt? Is that a Bape Woolrich?
Yeah, it's a
Man,
big
come on, you
Woolrich
can't
for
be
that.
blending the streams like that, man.
Yo, don't blame me, son. But it's ill. When I seen it, I'm like, yo, I haven't seen this shit before. I had to cop this shit. Means a lot.
Nah, that's what's up, man.
Woolrich,
That's what's
for
up. It's
sure, Woolrich.
beautiful.
I'm gonna do the same way, man. If you know, the album will be on streaming in a while. But if you want to get it, um, direct from me, DM me. You're not gonna get it the same minute. That's I can guarantee you that. But you will get it that day. You know what I'm saying? You'll get it that day with the artwork and the real titles will be on it and shit. Um, yeah, same thing, man. Just hit me up and we'll find a way to get it to you.
Bet. Yo, I appreciate y'all for this, man. And once again, hats off, congratulations. Projects is nasty, man. Both of
Thank
them.
you, thank you,
Thank
Nasty
you.
thank
work,
you.
man.
I appreciate y'all, brothers, man. Love y'all, man.
Yo,
Appreciate y'all too, man.
I will see y'all probably in 2 minutes from now. Hold it down,
Later.
my ninjas.
Later,
Salute.
Joe.
Peace.
We not remotely close, I catch the Holy Ghost, throwing blows, foes get those. Tank make it roly fold, your heart made of plastic, I don't care if you roly go. Bento box off the brand, gotta let the moe flow. Check the diagnostics, before you doubt the God of diagnostic. Fly a tire like a pilot shirt and tie in the cockpit. And rock, paper, scissors, I always pick the Glock, kid.
Whipping the Lincoln on Linden like it's a spaceship. Then Lincoln with my ninja Wolverine and killing stages. Ninja gated cheat code, Super Nintendo power gloves. Living like I got infinity lives and a power up. Every single line out my mandible is masterful. A master class of absolutes and after school parables. Keep momentum swinging like